Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 21st, 2016, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the economic calendar today, we're going to start out at 2:45 South African time. Euro number coming out. It's a minimum bid rate number. That's the interest rate the banks lend to each other in the European Central Bank, and that number is coming out at 2:45. So that's a major number. And then at 3:30, we have the ECB press conference following that. It should be kind of interesting what they say, as the euro has been beaten up quite harshly over the past year. And then at 3:30 South African time, also we have a USD number coming out. It's a weekly unemployment number coming out. And then at 6 p.m. South African time, we have oil inventory number coming out. We'll see what the inventory on oil is. As clearly stated, if there's more inventory in oil, the lower the price goes. So we'll take a look at the graphs just now. Looking at the Euro USD, we're trading in the middle of the range here at 109.15. So we're smack in the middle. I would have expected more of a sell-off, seeing how the Dow Jones was selling off quite harshly yesterday. So we saw a little bit of a rally yesterday, not really that much to write home about. But ultimately, as you can see, we're in the middle of this range. So I guess you could say that there's relative strength, I guess, in the euro, even though George Soros is saying that the European markets are finished. That remains to be seen as far as we can tell on the graph. Looking at the USDCAD, still strong at 145. We hit 146, as you can see here. Again, just every time it rallies back, every time it sells off, it rallies again. So you got to keep an eye on this. Multiple opportunities in the USD-CAD. Looking at the Dow Jones, you can't not say about this yesterday. We had a whopping day yesterday. Basically, the Dow Jones sold off over 435 points. At one point, I believe it was 439 points, and then we rallied back. This is a classical move, you should know, where the market just sells off quite harshly intraday, and then towards the end of the day, you have this big rally. So I've seen this time and time again. Huge opportunities for many traders in such situations. As you can see, this was the sell-off, and then this was the rally. We're selling off here on after hours, but altogether, that it's challenging its boundaries. We're looking for a new place. We're obviously selling off. The question is how much further can we sell off? So we're actually coming close to a previous resistance, subsequent support, and now it's a subsequent support. So this 15,497-ish level, or 500 level, let's round it up, is a very, very important round up number. And you could see that clearly here. It separated us from our previous rally from before, since we took off at 12,000. I'm talking about even earlier than this. You can't really see that, but if you look back, okay, to 2008, okay, we went all the way up to 14,000. Okay, so 2007, 2008, we went all the way to 14,000, and then we had the tremendous sell-off, and this took over 6 months to almost a year of a sell-off. So this is very reminiscent of that. The question is how far down can we go? So clearly we can hit another 1,000 points on the downside. So holding this number is quite important for the Dow Jones. I would expect us to at some point rally or have short covering here, and having like a short covering rally here to go back to 16,500-ish level before we challenge this 15,500. I don't think we're going to sell off to 14,140. But that is potentially a place where we can go to. We went from 14,000 to about 6,500 here at that time, and that was more than a 70% sell-off, including the debacle of some of the major financial companies in the States, including Bear Stearns, and others. So, you know, this is mostly what's happening in China vis-a-vis the credit crunch that we had here in 2007, 2008. So ultimately, it's a trader's market. Basically, that's what I'm saying. It's a scalper's market. You should be, if you're having time in the afternoon to trade the U.S. markets, I would highly recommend it because it is quite volatile. Looking at gold on the flip side, we hit 1100. So, you know, I kept on saying that we were going to hit 950, we were going to break 1,000, and sure enough, we're not. Okay, so that's being wrong is part of trading. Okay, you have your hypothesis, and then you affix your trading strategies based on that. So we're trading at 1100 here because we had this tremendous sell-off in the Dow Jones. So we're challenging this area, but we're not breaking above it. I would have liked to have seen us break above this 1108, 1110 area. But as you can see, we're holding steady. Looking at oil, it's keep on selling off. We'll look at the inventory numbers today coming out of oil at 6 p.m. South African time, but we should keep a sharp eye on it because, like I said, we haven't been to this level since 2002. I mean, people in the States are paying less than a dollar per gallon of oil. The rest of the world is on metric systems, so that's about $1. That's about 25 cents per liter. Okay, which is ridiculous. So you transfer that into any foreign currency, you'll see that it's almost free. Okay, that's how ridiculous the price of oil has gotten. So I would keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on gold today. GBP Japanese yen still selling off from 165, and we're almost hitting this previous resistance level, somewhat of a support level, 160-ish level. But if we do break this 165, we should certainly challenge this 156 level and keep an eye on the depreciation of the GBP. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.